Thank you for subscribing.
Hey everyone, it's Sirant, and thank you for joining me on Sirant Style. Today we are going to look at another fantastic, good old Canadian folk song done by none other than the world famous Stompin Tom Connors. However, before we get into that, I've got kind of a serious question to ask my musician type fans and people out there. As you may have alluded to, I am planning in the next year or so, once things calm down, to move back to the other side of the planet. That's where my real YouTube and music journey began, and I feel that I want to go back and get started there again. As such, I'm wondering, should I, sell my musical instruments, my ukuleles, my Merlins, my amplifiers, things like that? Should I sell them now and start fresh on the other side of the world? I have mixed feelings about that, because as much as some of these items are not particularly valuable, I'll never get their true value in selling them, but they have so much more personal value to me. Even just looking at them all hanging around me, it does make me happy. So my question to you, I'm looking for your advice. Should I sell them to a local person, okay, or to a local group of people, probably taking a massive price cut just to get rid of them and then start fresh? Or should I make them available to you guys? Would you be interested in a piece of Sirant musical history? These instruments have literally been around the world. They've been to Australia, China, Thailand, the Philippines. They've been to Canada. They've been to America. They've been all over the place. Would that be something that's interesting to you? Someone who might appreciate the instruments more and add them to your own personal collections? Or should I just bite the bullet, pack them up as well as I can, and ship them to my new home and hope and pray that not only they arrive, but that they don't get damaged in shipping? What do you think? I'm really curious. It's a conundrum for me. I don't know which way to go. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I would really, really, really be interested in knowing. All right, everybody, it is playthrough time. Today we are playing a fantastic and very easy to learn and sing and enjoy Stompin Tom Connors song. The song is the St. John's Blues, and let's give it a go. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Stick around for a full tutorial right after the song. Or before the song. Depends where I put it. Way up in King Square, where the fountain flows, I gave my ring there to the St. John Rose. But all the love I gave, she did refuse. And now I'm sitting here with the St. John Blues. Way up in King Square, in old St. John, I'm feeding pigeons here upon the lawn. And while I'm sitting here, some pigeons coo. You're not the only one with the St. John Blues. Way down on Charlotte Street, I used to fly, until my little dove, she said goodbye. And now I'm lonely, just like you. Well, I've got the St. John Blues. King Square, where the fountain flows, I gave my love there to the St. John Rose. But all the love I gave, she did refuse. And now I'm sitting here with St. John Blues. Way up in King Square, in old St. John, I'm feeding pigeons here upon the lawn. And while I'm sitting here, some pigeon coos. You're not the only one with the St. John Blues. That's right. Way down on Charlotte Street, I used to fly, until my little dove, she said goodbye. And now I'm lonely, just like you. Well, I've got the St. John Blues, and you've got the St. John Blues, and we've got the St. John Blues. Thank you very much. Hope you like it, guys. Stick around for the tutorial. It'll either be after this or before this. I don't know, but there will be a tutorial. Let's get into the music. First and foremost, we're going to take a look at the chords. This is Stompin Tom Connors' song. It is called the St. John Blues. Now, this is a fantastic little song. It's really easy to play. It has 3 chords, very typical of a folk tune. So let's take a look at those right away. The chords are going to be up here in the corner, and below that will be the very simple chord patterns as well. So let's take a look at the verse first. The first chord we're going to need is the A. So the A chord is simply the middle finger on the bottom 2 D strings on the 1st fret and the pointer finger on the top string of the 1st fret. That's our A. The next chord we need for the verse, and that's all we need for the verse, is the E. The way I play an E, well then E is a bar of the 1st fret. So you can play it with a single finger, you can play it with 3 fingers. I choose to play it with 2 fingers. I put my middle finger, I keep my middle finger on the bottom 2 D strings on the 1st fret, and I keep my pointer finger on the top string of the 1st fret. To make my bar, I just drop that pointer finger down. Right? So I have A, drop my finger down, E, lift my finger off, A. So easy to play. I don't need to look. I don't need to see what I'm doing. My fingers do the work for me, right? So we have A and we have E. That's the whole verse. Let's look at the last chord just so we know where we're at. Now, it's a really tricky chord, so everybody pay attention. Pay attention. I'm going to take that A, and I'm going to lift the pointer finger off. I'm going to slide the middle finger down to the 2nd fret, and that's our D. Easy peasy. A, E, D. If you're curious at all, they are up here, but I think that's going to be pretty straightforward. I have no doubt that you guys have already got this. So let's take a look at how the actual song plays through. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first play through the music, calling out the chords, and then I'm going to very slowly go through the lyrics, also attempting to call out the chords. It's tricky. If you've never done this before, you have no idea. It's not easy, but let's see if I can get this done. All right, so here we go. So we're going to start off with the A chord. The strumming pattern is this top string down, top string down. Very common folk pattern. This is the one my go-to for pretty much everything folk. So we're playing an A here. Way up in King Square. Okay, that's how we start off. And then we're going to switch to an E. Now we're going to switch to an A. It'll make more sense with the lyrics. Keep playing that A, and we switch to an E. And then at the end, we switch back to an A. And that's it. That's the whole verse. A, E. A, E, A. Right? So now I'm going to sing it through slowly and call out the chord changes so you know kind of whereabouts in the song they go. So we're playing A right now. Way up in King Square, where the fountain E flows, I I gave my ring there to the St. John A rose. But all the love I gave, she did refuse. Now I'm sitting here with the St. John A blues. Okay, nice and simple. I keep the strum pattern going a little bit, and then right into the second verse. Way up in King Square, Old St. John, etc. I'm going to put the lyrics and chords that I'm using, or the place that I got them, over here. Might be difficult to read, so I'm also going to put them in the comments below just to make it easier. So now we know the verses. All 4 of the verses are identical, right? Verse 1 and 2, by the way, are also verses 4 and 5. The song does repeat after the chorus, so once you know the first 3 bits of the song, you know the entire song. Now let's get into the chorus. Now, when we come to the chorus from the verse, we're already going to be in A. And then we go to a D. And then to an A. And then to an E. Again, it'll make more sense once I'm singing. And then to an A. And then we repeat again. Back to a D. And then to an A. To an E. A. Okay, so that's the chorus. Nice and simple. So I'm going to sing through it, and then I'm going to call out the chord changes again. Now keep in mind that when I'm playing the A at the beginning, that is the A that we left off with in the verse. Okay, so if it won't show up like that on the chord chart, it's going to assume that you're still playing that A. So here we go. So we're in A right now. Way down on D, Charlotte Street, I used to A fly. Until my E, little dove, she said A, goodbye. And now I'm D, lonely, just like A, you. And I've got E, the St. John A blues. Okay? Now for the very last time, the second time you go through the chorus, you're just going to repeat that I've got the Old St. John blues. And you've got the Old St. John blues. Oh yeah, we've got that Old St. John blues. That's it. That's the whole song, guys. The verse is A, E. A, E, A. The chorus A, D, A. E, A. D, A. E, A. Nice and easy song, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, I am going to do a playthrough of this as well. I may have already put it at the beginning of this. I don't know. I haven't made the video yet. But I am really curious about your opinion. Should I sell my instruments? Should I sell them to you? Should I ship them to myself and keep them forever? What do you think? I'm really, really curious. I'd love to know your input. Please let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and I will see you next time. Let's do a ukulele tune next time. Yeah. By the way, Joe O'Brien, so glad to see you back on the channel. I missed you. All right, guys. See you next time.
Thank you for subscribing.